5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Are you a fan of video games? Do you enjoy half-thought-out battle plans? Are you a fucking moron? Well, then you're in the right place. Grab a controller and watch your back because the team killing glitchtards have just entered the chat.
Oh, that's right. The team killing glitchtards are here. You better fucking run because you're about to get shot in the back of the head or assassinated, particularly for this episode. My name's Josh, here today with good buddy Frank.
Yo.
Good buddy Frank.
I already said yo.
A day late and a dollar short. Don't fucking disgusting. Anyways, if you want to hear us bicker about other topics, you can go to GameRageMagazine.com.
I'd spit on your face, but you probably like it.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'd open my mouth and say, please do it again, Daddy.
Is a fan-based parent.
Jesus Christ.
I wonder if anybody's gonna know that.
Probably not.
I spit in your face, but you probably like it.
Maybe. Anyways, you go to GameRageMagazine.com, at GameRageMagazine on Instagram and TikTok, at GameRageMag on Twitter/X. If you want to follow Frank, anime_syndicate_podcast, which has all the latest and greatest in anime news. Then shut up, who cares? Don't tell him that.
I didn't even hear me.
Oh, you don't even have the microphone on. Oh yeah, good, so you didn't even hear it. Anyways, also, you should listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast because it's fun.
Eh.
What do you mean, eh?
JJK is the worst thing to ever happen to mankind.
Just because I don't like it, you went on about how great it is. So we have two differing opinions. That's why the people love the show. Because haters and lovers can come together and listen to a show where both sides of the aisle are heard. Oh, here he goes with the fingers. Anyways. So today, on Team Killing Glitchtards, that's what we're doing here. We are going to be... That's what we're trying to do. What did you say this episode is going to be called?
Good luck with your ass-assing.
Good luck with your ass-assing. We're going to talk about the Assassin's Creed franchise. Now, I don't necessarily know if we're going to do... I mean, we're probably not going to be able to hit all the games because it's like, there's so fucking many of them. I think this one's just going to be kind of like a broad overview, and then we'll continue the Assassin's Creed series by doing individual games. Like this one will probably be number one, like Assassin's Creed, like the first game, and then getting into an overarching vision of the series, I guess. And then we'll focus on individual games. Also, we'll probably be discussing the current controversy with Assassin's Creed, of the new Assassin's Creed Shadows that's coming out, I think later this year, right? We'll probably talk about that as well. So, fuck it, why don't we just start with that? Let's start with the new news. Oh, actually, before we get into that, I do want to talk about some, I don't know if this is breaking news, but in relation to Mass Effect, Mass Effect 5 Epsilon is what it's being referred to as. Andromeda was 4. Apparently they're just going and saying this is going to be 5. So, I don't know. Anyways, but what they were talking about is essentially they're going to be... I think they're kind of going to make all the endings canon. And I think there's going to be now multiple canons. I don't think they're going to do the thing where they say, okay, this one ending is the canon story. I think they're going to say, your Shepard is canon for you. And your Shepard is canon for you. And this Shepard is canon for you. Which actually, I kind of like that. If that's the way they're really going to go. But that was one of the developers was talking about that. And they were trying to say that they were trying to incorporate all of the endings into being canon somehow. That's what they're currently working on, I guess. So...
I'll leave everybody, dude. I'm sorry.
Man, that's fucked up. You're not sorry.
Yeah, to that one I am.
But
if it
anyways.
was Cooper, I would have aimed for the head.
I mean, you did hit him in the head, I think. So anyways, so that's the news with Mass Effect, since we talked about that previously. We are taking a break just slightly from the Halo series because Ruben wasn't able to be here tonight.
You mean you didn't invite him?
No, I invited him. I just, we weren't going to do D&D. He wasn't going to get here till 12:30. Shit. At this rate, I could have had him just fucking come over to do the Halo 3 one, but I didn't know I thought we were going to get done before like 12:30, but anyways. Obviously that didn't work out because I had to take shit.
Cat.
So, well, you missed. Anyways, Assassin's Creed. Overall, I think it's a great franchise.
Yeah.
In general. I think the recent games has kind of fallen off a little bit. I think they kind of went away from what made Assassin's Creed great and kind of tried to make it like an RPG type deal.
Its simplicity was what made it great.
That is what made it great. The original Assassin's Creed game, you didn't have to worry about shit. Everything, like, you were just killing. That was it. Killing and doing missions. Same thing with even the Ezio. Actually, we'll probably do it in chunks. We'll probably do this one. The next one will probably be the Ezio quadrilogy, I guess, because it's 4 games.
This one or the next one?
The next one will probably be focused just on the Ezio one. We'll talk overarchingly about it.
So this one will just be about Altair?
Kind of, yeah. It'll be about that. And then we can talk overall in generalities with the franchise, I guess.
Yeah, because the next one will be called, then if it's about Ezio, it should be called It's a Me, Ezio.
It's a Me, Ezio. Oh, that's true. Yeah, perfect. There we go. All right. That's the name of it. So yeah, we'll do the Ezio.
Or...
Actually, it is a trilogy because it's Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and then Revelations, right?
Yeah.
So it's the Ezio trilogy. And then after that, it goes into Assassin's Creed 3, which goes to Connor. And you get that Haytham Conway, or what is it? Haytham, his name's Conway, right?
Yeah, it's the same as the guy in 4.
Yeah. So we'll probably do 3 and 4 as one. And then there was Syndicate.
I never played it.
I played Syndicate. That was one of the weakest ones. But Syndicate, and then God damn it, the one where
French one.
The what?
The French one.
The French Revolution one. That one was great.
No, wasn't that was the worst one?
Nah, that was the one. That was an excellent one. The worst one was the Egyptian one. I hated that one.
Yeah, Origins was bad.
That was terrible. That was when they really fucking tried to push the RPG system on you.
No, the RPG system started with Odyssey. And Odyssey is probably one of the best games in the franchise.
Yeah, Odyssey was pretty good. Pretty all right. But Valhalla, and then Valhalla I think it fell off a little bit with Valhalla.
Valhalla was literally everything that's wrong with the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping with this new one, Shadows, that we go back to all the things that made Assassin's Creed great.
Well, wasn't that what Mirage was supposed to do?
Yeah, but it was a small fucking experience. I don't think it was like a full-fledged game. So that's why I'm a little, I didn't even play Mirage. I probably should. Because that was the guy from Valhalla,
Yeah.
which that's the thing is I kind of don't care now about that storyline. It kind of just, I'm like, man, whatever. So that's all probably why I didn't play it. But either way, at any rate, the original Assassin's Creed game came out in, I think it was 2007. But I want to just double check that real quick. Assassin's Creed video game series. Assassin's Creed came out, November 13th, 2007. And I played the first Assassin's Creed game on PlayStation 3. I don't remember. I think it wasn't on Xbox.
Yeah, it was, because that's where I played it.
Yeah, but I thought it came out later. I'll have to look into that real quick. Assassin's Creed game. Here we go. Original Assassin's Creed. PS3, Xbox 360. So where was the release date? Let's see. Oh no, it was out on Xbox 360. I think I was renting it because this was it. For those out there, this was peak blockbuster Hollywood video game rental time in 2007, and I had the Game Pass. I think from Hollywood, I had both of them. I had the one from Hollywood Video and the one from Blockbuster. because they weren't that expensive. They were only like $20 a month a piece, and you got 2 games out at a time, and you could have them for as long as you fucking wanted. So I think what ended up happening is Assassin's Creed was not on my radar at all.
I think this one and Mass Effect were the ones that I got you into.
Yeah, you had said something about it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I want to play this. And so when it came out, I was trying to find it to rent, and nobody had it. The only way I found it was I found it on PS3, and that was why I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna play it on PS3 just to fucking be able to play it. And so I played it on PS3. It was pretty fucking. I loved it. It was awesome. It was a great game. It was
probably doesn't hold up by today's standards though.
No, I doubt it. And I will say this too, in terms of that concept. I fired up my Xbox 360 the other day just because I was fucking around, the Gears of War one. And I have the original Medal of Honor, the game that I would say is one of the greatest games ever made in terms of first-person shooters. The first Medal of Honor game, the reboot into
Frontline?
No, the reboot into the modern times. Like it was the one where they were in Afghanistan or whatever.
Oh, the one with Rabbit.
Yeah, that's an amazing game. And I put it into and I was like, well, let me just fuck with this real quick. It's fucking garbage. And of course it's garbage because it came out fucking 12 years ago. So the games back then do not compare or hold up. None of them really do. It's a very few games that hold up to this day. But anyways, Assassin's Creed, would probably not hold up today based on what we've seen in the past. So this game, though, it was wholly, completely different from a lot of stuff that we had played. It was set in a time period that was in the Middle Ages, in the Crusades. It was a third-person stealth kill game, which was obviously we had Splinter Cell, but Splinter Cell used guns and fucking all kinds of gadgets and technology. What?
Gonna be controversial here.
What?
I thought those games were shit.
The Splinter Cell games?
Yeah.
They were okay. I remember playing them on the original Xbox, and I thought, wow, this is cool. But when we got into the later games, garbage. Didn't like them.
I remember everybody lost their shit with the one that let you do co-op. And said that was like the best game ever.
Yeah.
I tried playing it and just
couldn't get into it.
No, couldn't.
Yeah. And that's okay. That happens. Not every game is a fucking banger.
Time Splitter. That was a good
Time Splitters, man. I love me some Time Splitters. I remember the first time I played Time Splitters was on I think it was on a PS2 fucking demo disc from. Remember back in the day when you buy the magazines and they'd give you a demo disc to play the demos of games?
Where sometimes they'll give them a while at the fast food places.
Yeah. That was always fucking cool.
It'll be right next to the AOL ones.
Yeah, the AOL free trials.
Yeah.
Damn. They'd measure it in hours.
Yeah.
You could be on there for fucking 1,000 hours or whatever as a free trial. That was insane, man. Those were crazy times back then. But anyways, yeah, I played this game on PS3. I thought it was fucking awesome. Like I said, it was completely different from pretty much anything I had previously played. And I also, being a history buff, was intrigued by the historical accuracy of these games. Or of
That's
this game.
when it was.
And that was back in the day when, they were painstakingly ensuring historical accuracy.
If you met a historical figure, they died in the game like they died in real life.
Yeah. Which was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Not so much the case now with the new games.
Well, you're fighting gods now, so.
Right. So,
Right.
I mean,
not the precursor species, literally straight up fucking god.
yeah, in the Valhalla, there's the Ragnarok one where
Yeah.
you become Odin and you're like
In
fighting.
Odyssey, they did that with the whole, you met a sphinx.
Yeah.
And that was like, okay, I was like,
It's a stretch, but it's also kind of like, okay, I get
maybe it was a creature the precursors made.
Sure, yeah. I feel like that whole precursor storyline is just
Gone now. Yeah. It died with Desmond.
Which is stupid because
That was your main thing.
why? Like, it's like, what's the point of all
I
this
still
shit now?
remember that fucking moment in Assassin's Creed 2 where Ezio gets the apple and you meet the precursor lady. What are they called?
Minerva?
Yeah. And she's giving that whole speech. And like, Ezio's like, what are you talking about? Like, he's trying to converse. He goes, quiet you. I'm not talking to you, but through you.
Yeah.
And she looks straight up and says, Desmond. Like, I'm like, oh shit, that was on par to
That.
to Knights of the Old Republic when you find out that your character was Revan the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that is fucking cool.
Indeed. So, yeah, they have squarely fallen off. And again, I've played every Assassin's Creed game that exists that has been made. I've played all of them. Now I haven't finished all of them because some of them like Origins. I could not fucking get through that game, man. It was just fucking.
It had a great ending though.
Yeah, I saw. Listen, I've seen the endings for all of them.
Where he picks up the kid's Eagle School.
Yeah.
Because that's what we learned, like, what? I don't know. It was spreading around the internet after 2 or 3, where the logo was an Eagle Skull.
Yeah.
And then he picks up, because it's underneath.
Right, yeah.
If you ever look underneath an Eagle Skull, it has
that logo,
it's the Assassin's Creed logo. So he picks it up and looks at it and goes, huh. And then just walks away and I'm like, okay, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I also think that they've gotten away from the modern day storyline that existed from Desmond's.
It was shit for the most part.
Right. But at
least
it gave you something. It gave you another dimension to the story.
Yes, it did.
Where now we're not getting that. And even they did try to continue it after Revelations. I mean, they did it in
Black Flag.
They did it in, I think, 3. There was a little
3. Yeah.
Yeah, those missions where you're in this timeline.
Where you're pretending to be an Abstergo game designer.
Yeah, like that was cool, man. Like, I feel like they need to bring that.
I think you
back.
ran into like Rebecca and Sean, the guys who
from the previous games who lived still, and then you end up joining them, and that's where.
Well, no, you never see. I don't think it goes that far. I think it's.
Well, yeah, I think it was in Odyssey.
Odyssey, you're playing.
Or was it Valhalla?
I don't know about Valhalla, but in Odyssey, you're playing that lady from the book, who's the archaeologist.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, I feel like they need to bring that fucking modern day storyline.
Well, like I said, I haven't played Mirage and I don't know how the new one's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know either. We'll find out because I mean I'm gonna play. We're gonna play fucking the new one, Shadows. It's too bad it won't be free. We're gonna have to buy it, but whatever. I mean, I'll buy it like we do, and fucking we'll play it, and we'll do an episode fully on that too. Because we should be done with the series by the time we get to the new game coming out. Because I don't think it comes out till like November or something like that.
Right.
So, and maybe, I mean, they might have even pushed it to 2025 at this point with the whole controversy of the Black Samurai and all the Japanese people are losing their shit.
No, it's Americans that are losing their shit.
No, from one of the things that I read, it's primarily like people of Japanese descent saying how it's disrespectful.
It's a real person.
I agree. That's what I don't understand is like, oh, the game should be it's a game set in Japan about Japanese culture. It should be centered on a Japanese person. And it's like, well, the lady you play as two different people. You play as the lady shinobi. Okay, she's Japanese. The Kunoichi, yeah, you play as her. She's Japanese. So what's wrong with that? This guy's he's a real person that existed. The African samurai.
Which is a very interesting story.
It is. It's a very interesting story. And I don't know why everybody's fucking losing their mind. If it was just, now I would say, if it was just made up and they just made this shit up.
Yes, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah. But it's not. And that's what I think people maybe don't understand. Maybe people don't realize or they don't want to believe that this is a real story. Mm-hmm. But it's a real fucking story.
There's even an anime about them. It's fucking stupid as fuck, but there's an anime out there.
Yeah, they did do that. Maybe that's what people are thinking. Oh, this is just some made up bullshit.
I was like, cool. The story about I think not only the first, but I think the only Black Samurai. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be fucking cool. What's this going to be about his struggles, being accepted by the Japanese people, finding a feudal lord to serve? Oh, yeah. he's a demon hunter. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
That's fucking great. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. We needed that. So, anyways, I don't know what the fuck the problem is with people, but I don't know what Ubisoft is going to do about it. I don't know if they're caving or if they're going to... Well, I mean, it's probably too late for them to cave because it's like the game's already fucking done at this point.
Same thing with Warner Brothers. They couldn't cave with Amber Heard.
Yeah. It's already done.
They removed her from a lot of it, but they just couldn't get rid of her.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that people are Still gonna play this fucking game regardless. I mean, like I said, I just hope the content is good.
And if history serves, then it's probably not going to be.
Maybe, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the time comes.
Like I said, I still need to play Mirage to see, because they swore that this was their back to basics game.
Yeah. I think we are gonna have to play fucking Mirage just to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Assassin's Creed 1 though, excellent fucking game. Altair was a cool character. Learning about the Assassins Guild, basically, for lack of a better term. Finding out about the Templars and how they're basically just the sworn enemy, and how it's this world struggle of the Templars versus the Assassins for basically world dominance. This is the war in the shadows, the hidden hand behind everything. Some events throughout history, the Assassins controlled. Some events they lost, and the Templars were in control. So, very cool to see. I wonder what an Assassin's Creed game set in like not modern, but like, I mean, the earliest we've gone was like 1800s London, which was in
That was Syndicate, right?
Syndicate, yeah. That's like the earliest we got, I think, was 18.
You mean latest?
Or the latest, yeah. I think it was like 1800s London, maybe early 1900s. It'd be kind of interesting to see, I think, a World War I, a World War II Assassin's Creed game. Hell, maybe even a Vietnam.
Really true.
Like, world conflicts from... I mean, I think that's maybe what they need to do to refresh the series. And it's funny because for the early 2000s, World War II was the hot topic for games. Late 90s to early 2000s, everything was fucking World War II. And then that was like 6-7 years of that. And then in 2000, what? Modern Warfare was what, 2006 maybe? 2007? Call of Duty Modern Warfare changed the landscape, and it put everything into the modern time period. It went away from World War II. Everybody started going towards modern shit. Battlefield did the same. Well, Battlefield was kind of already in the modern era, but everyone else started going towards that.
When they made that switch, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, because now they can't come back from that. Because nobody wants to shoot a gun with iron sights anymore.
Right.
They tried doing that with Vanguard, and fucking, oh yeah, World War II. Of course they had fucking holographic sights.
Yeah, which is stupid. But
So you should see Brandon Herrera's video on the cursed guns that you can make in
fucking Call of Duty?
in Vanguard.
Man, that's sad. But I do think a game like this would work perfectly, because you're likely not going to be using any kind of guns.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Maybe,
like, if you're in the modern era, you have to use guns.
well, what I'm saying is, like, it's going to be like, maybe you would have some sort of like that original world, like the Well Rod, right? Those original like single shot pistols.
Yeah, for the clandestine missions. But
Yeah. Maybe you got something like that, and then you're primarily sneaking around just doing the killing like that, you know, or whatever it is that you're doing. I think there's a way they can work it in. Maybe even World War I could definitely, because we've seen them go against, well, muskets, right? You've fought against muskets.
in 3 and 4.
In 3 and 4. You had also muskets. So, I mean, like, World War I, bolt-action rifles, you could have a semi-automatic pistol. It's not going to be quiet, but, I mean, like, you could have that. Guns do work in Assassin's Creed. We've seen it done. So, I'm not an expert. I don't know how they could... I haven't really even thought about it either, how they could work that in during a World War II setting. But I do think it would be plausible. And it would be kind of cool to do some missions where, yeah, you are... hell, maybe you're an assassin in the German army. Maybe you find out about these camps and you're like, oh shit, the concentration camps, and maybe one of your missions is to start maybe undoing some of these concentration camps before the Allies find them or something. Maybe you play through like with, in the Call of Duty-esque version where you play as multiple characters.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Maybe you do Vietnam. Maybe you have some assassins that are on the Vietnamese side working from within. And then you have some assassins on maybe the U.S. side. And then maybe you have some Templars on both sides that you maybe get to play. I don't know. That was another thing. They also gave us Assassin's Creed Rogue, which was we got to see the other side of it. You got to play as basically a Templar.
Well, a turncoat.
Well, a turncoat. He was an assassin that turned into the Templars.
Yeah.
So, but you got to play as a Templar. That was cool. You got a whole game that was, and Assassin's Creed Rogue is one of my favorite games in that series. Revelations might be the best if I'm ranking them, and then 3 and Black Flag are real close, and then Rogue's like right underneath those.
If I'm ranking about the games I had the most fun with, it's either Black Flag or Odyssey.
Yeah, most fun, probably Black Flag. Naval combat changed the game. That was fucking cool as hell. I do think that those are the things that how the Assassin's Creed franchise has basically been around for almost 20 years. Because 2027 it'll be 20 years. This shit came out in 07. So 2027 and that's only 3 years away. November 2027 will be the 20th anniversary of Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. That's not the word I would use.
Well, sad because we're old, but it's one of those deals where from where it started to what it became now is totally something different. And I don't think that's bad. I think that the way they did it is bad. The RPG system, I don't think that was good for the game. I think adding things like the naval combat, adding guns, that sort of shit, that was something that was refreshing to change up the combat.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember in 2, once you got the gun, you were like, if you could do it right, you were pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah, basically. But that was something that in 3 and 4 you had basically from the beginning. Like you had those.
But then what made it different in those is that the enemy now had the guns too.
Right, yeah. That was widespread.
Because you were probably the first person in the world to have a gun. Because was it Leonardo da Vinci made it for you?
Yeah, which was funny. But anyways, Assassin's Creed 1, great fucking game. The franchise as a whole is still great. With the historical accuracy and they strive to give you shit that's...
I want to call it historic accuracy, but attention to detail.
Attention to detail with historical elements. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because obviously it's not historically accurate because the fucking precursors and the fucking... This shit doesn't exist. But
the apples of Eden and shit. Like, I know, like, people were always praising Black Flag because the way Blackbeard dies... Even down to his last words were completely historically accurate.
Yeah. Which is cool. It's cool as fuck. And that's something to be commended in games. Because that's not... I don't know of any other franchise that's like that.
Yeah.
I can't name one.
Oh, we don't even get TV shows that can play homage to its own fucking history.
That's true.
Thank God Halo got canceled.
Yeah, seriously.
I hope that thing I sent you was true.
Yeah.
With Christopher Nolan wanted to take over.
Take over, yeah.
I'm sure it's a joke, but I'm like, God damn, that would be great.
No, I mean, well, we're going to talk about this when we do next week the Halo 3 episode for Team Killing Glitch Stars. We're going to talk about the live action ad campaign for Halo 3.
Yeah.
That might be the greatest not might be, it is for sure the greatest ad campaign of all time.
At least in video game history.
In video game history. And I also think that should have been the base precursor for a series on Halo. Like, they should have taken elements of that and made that the show.
Or they could just done fucking the book full of Reach.
True, they could have done that as well, but they didn't bother. They're assholes.
Well,
I'm hoping they just erase this, or just kind of whenever they're... Because
I'm surprised it took this long to get a Halo show.
Yeah. I remember they tried. Remember they were gonna make that Halo movie,
Yeah.
and then it got canceled, and they just resurfaced the resources and made the District 9 movie.
Right, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to sour the Halo franchise on Hollywood for a while, but anyway, we'll talk about it more on the Halo 3 version of this show. But Assassin's Creed, great game. I mean, hell, listen, since we're talking about Hollywood now, I did enjoy the Assassin's Creed fucking movie.
That opening sequence felt like the opening sequence to an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I think that was a prime example of how you can do video game movies well.
And I really like, what's his name, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
And that was, again, what was great about it is it was like...
And they kind of brought back aspects. Sorry, let me cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
The aspects of the first games were like, it was the atmosphere or whatever, going back in time to see his ancestor.
Right.
And then he comes back in reality and like, he has all the skills of his ancestor now.
Right, yeah. That was cool because that was a real thing.
Yeah.
In the games.
'Cause I remember, and was it Revelation? No, not Revelations. Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Because at this point, Desmond is doing. He's able to actually use the skills that his ancestors were able to do.
Right.
And I remember because in the atmosphere, it tells you, oh, counter now. This is the time to push counter so you can counter the person and do an insta kill.
Yeah.
Because that's all the things that the machine was doing for you. And then when you leave the thing and you actually start having combat at the end of that game against real people outside of it,
right,
you got none of that.
Yeah.
You actually had to, you actually had to have the timing. There was nothing helping you.
Right, yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And, again, what was an example of why this Assassin's Creed movie I felt like was good was because it was a whole narrative of itself. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Desmond Miles. It wasn't the characters we love. They were allowed to take liberties with things because this wasn't the storyline. It was the universe. It was in the same universe, but it wasn't the storyline of the games.
Yeah.
And so any allowances that were not accounted for in the film, it was okay. We were accepting of them because it wasn't our favorite characters and storylines that we loved and we know, hey, you can't change this. That's why the Halo show fucking did terrible. Was because they took, instead of just taking the story, the universe, and making an original story within the same universe with different characters.
I mean, there's no example of that ever working. There's nothing like Red versus Blue, fucking Halo Legends.
Right.
The fucking... Remember... What was that app on Xbox for
Waypoint?
Yeah, or that little movie they had on Waypoint?
Yeah.
About the initiatives?
That was good.
Yeah, all those work. But no. We have to take creative liberties in the sense that we're just making a whole new concept and it's just putting the Halo name on it.
Right. And using the same characters but changing everything.
By the way, if you're a fan of the video game, go fuck yourself because we don't like you.
Yeah.
We're making this because we want to, not because
we don't care about you, the fan of the video game. We also you don't know the Master Chief. That was what that asshole said. That's why I hate that guy. Well, whatever. We'll rant about it on that fucking Halo 3 episode.
And then 10 months later, why aren't you guys watching it? It's Halo.
Yeah, because the Master Chief doesn't take his fucking helmet off.
Or have sex.
And you've done both.
Yeah.
In the first 2 episodes of the show. Get fucked.
Like, we're not being fucking assholes about it. It is literally in the lore of Halo that they were chemically neutered.
Yeah.
Because, to quote Battlefield Friends, to quote the Colonels, goes, you're having sex, that's minus kill. No sex, plus kills.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, sir, are you having sex? Hell no. Battlefield's my pussy.
So, yeah. Battlefield Friends was a good show, man.
Rest in peace, Dick.
Yeah. But anyways, Assassin's Creed movie was a good example of how you can make an original concept that's within the same universe.
Sorry, Dick 44.
Change shit around. Yeah, Dick 44.
No, Dick.
Oh.
That was his name. The sniper. He played the sniper in Battlefield. Friends. Yeah, he died like 2 years ago.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Excellent franchise.
Well, we didn't even talk about one of the best things about it.
Which was?
The parkour.
Oh, yeah, man. That made parkour gaming fucking on the map.
And of course, the hidden blade.
The hidden blade. Oh man, such a great fucking weapon. Mm-hmm. They had to fucking remove your ring finger.
The OG ones, yeah.
Because you were married to the Creed.
Yeah.
But that was the only way that the blade could fucking shoot. They had to shoot through one of your areas of the finger holes.
Yeah.
And they determined that the ring finger was the most useless finger.
In Origins, when the guy did it, he didn't realize, because he was supposed to do it like this.
Yeah.
But he held it up like this, and he did it wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why he called it. And then he says, "Oh no, it wasn't my fuck up. That's the way we have to do things."
Yeah. So yeah.
I do like that joke in Ragnarok where he puts it on the top of his forearm.
Yeah, and he
goes like, "I don't want my finger to get cut off."
Yeah, exactly. That was funny. And they're just like, fuck. But it's not as effective because it's not hidden as bad as much. But yeah, Hidden Blade's excellent. All that shit's excellent. Yeah. Assassin's Creed's awesome. I love it. I can't wait to talk about the Ezio trilogy. The next episode of the next episode of the Assassin's Creed. The next episode in the Halo series or franchise will be Halo 3, and that'll probably be the end. Well, I don't know about the end, but we'll stop on that one for a while. I don't know if in Halo, that one's gonna be a long episode because we're probably gonna talk about obviously the game. We're gonna talk about ODST. I would say we do one more episode. We do Reach, Halo Reach. 4, 5, and Infinite.
We'll think about it.
Maybe. We might be able to do one episode on all three of those. Just to finish it off. I don't know. But anyways, stay tuned for that. You got anything else?
No.
All right, cool. Anyways, thanks for listening and checking us out. If you want to check out more of our shit, go to GameRageMagazine.com. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. You can also follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast. And go ahead and give a good listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast because, goddamn it, if you like video games, it's more than likely a thing that you like anime. So just do yourself a favor and check it out. Anyways, that's it for us. We'll catch you on the next one.
Congratulations, you survived another episode of the Team Killing Glitchtards. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also, subscribe on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag.